Hello guys, in continuation of the earlier class, we are going to continue the remaining phasor diagrams. Okay, like I said, in the under excitation condition, IA will get increase, and again the power factor angle will increase. That is, power factor decreases. Okay, power factor angle gets increased, power factor decreases and becomes more lagging in nature. Whereas EB phase, you can see EB phase it is reduced here. Okay, because as I am reducing the flux field current, if field current reduces, then what happens? EB phase will also reduce. When compared to this, you can see this EB phase has got this much of length, so this also got reduced. What about ER here? See, what is ER exactly? ER is the resultant phase. It is the product of IA into Z phase. You can see when compared to this OB length has got increased here. Why? Because IA value increases, so the product of I into Z phase will also increase, so ER phase will also increase here. Yes or not? See, when compared to this, you can see this length has got increased. So this is all about what? Under excitation. You can see one more thing again, theta is again approximately equal to 90 degree and delta is constant. Okay, V phase is constant, but again you can see IA cos phi line, again it is same as that of this length, earlier one, so this also remains a constant, product of IA into cos phi. So coming to the over excitation. So over excitation in sense what? Obviously I have need to excite in such a way that EB phase should be greater than V phase. Okay, EB phase should be greater than V phase. So if I over excite, then obviously what happens here? Also what happens? Current has increased in upward direction. Before it was in the downward direction. Now current has increased in the upward direction. What about power factor angle? Phi? Yes, power factor angle again phi has been again increased in the upward fashion. In the upward fashion, power factor angle has been increased, and obviously power factor decreases for even for over excitation case also. It is not like if I over excite then power factor will be improved. It's not like that. Power factor is decreased and phi angle is increased. Now you can see IA value has been increased in the other direction, and you can see EB phase. EB per phase, you can see, as I said, EB phase should be greater than V phase. That is what we call it as over excitation condition. You can see this length OEB phase as well as this OV phase, this is greater than this. Yes or not? EB phase is greater than this, and when compared to here also you can see this is greater than this, and V phase is constant. Okay, again coming to the IA cos phi line. Where is the IA cos phi line? This is from this point to this point, again this is again constant, but IA is increased in the upward direction, whereas power factor is also what? Angle has got also what? Increased, but power factor decreases. What about this? IA as well as ER, the angle between ER as well as IA is what? Theta. So theta, as I said, it will be approximately equal to around 90 degree. Okay, in all the cases, but here it has been shown a little bit lesser. No worries, but it will be approximately equal to 90 degree. But now here what happens? You can see for over excitation case, ER value when compared to this, it has been got reduced. Okay, it has got reduced when compared to IA and IA. Here this IA is greater than this IA, so in contrast with this IA, the value of ER got reduced here. Again when compared to this and this, the ER value is less when compared to the earlier figure. Okay, like I said, when I vary the excitation, what happens? Your IA value gets affected, power factor angle phi gets affected, whereas your ER gets affected, as well as your EB phase will get affected. Only one thing which is not getting affected is delta. Okay, only one thing is not affected is delta. Next case, you can see that EB phase, again you can see critical excitation where EB phase equal to approximately V phase. Critical excitation in sense what? Power factor angle, that is phi should be equal to what? 0. Is nothing but what? IA should overlap on V phase, that is phi. That is only true when phi is equal to 0, that is cos 0 is equal to 1. So you can see IA is overlapping on V phase. Again the angle between IA as well as ER is again theta, and again you can see EB phase as well as V phase lines are both of same magnitude. Again delta is constant because I am considering a constant load condition. Okay, and ER is approximately almost same as that of your earlier, not that much of change. Okay, and again you can see this is what, again what happens? Again IA cos phi line, see from this point to this point it is what? IA cos phi line. IA cos phi means actually cos 0 1, right? IA, exactly. So IA cos phi equal to IA here for this case. Okay, so this is what we have with the fourth figure, that is critical excitation when the power factor is unity, and you can see IA is minimum only when it is minimum, only it is minimum when the phi is equal to 0. Okay, so what did we understand from this figure is, but thus by varying the excitation, what changes? IA value will change, phi will change, ER will change, as well as EB per phase will change, but delta remains constant. As I told you, it is a constant load condition and variable excitation. What about earlier case? Earlier case was what? Constant excitation, variable load condition, right? Constant excitation as well as variable load condition. In that case, what happens? Your excitation was constant, that is EB phase was constant, yes or not? EB phase was constant, but delta was changing from a lesser from light load to heavy load. Delta 1, delta 2, delta 3. What happened? The delta got increased in the earlier case. And again ER was also changing, yes or not? ER was also changing. If you want means, you can see the earlier diagram. Okay, it will be much more clear. You can see here EB phase was same, but whereas delta was getting increased as the load is getting increased, whereas V phase is constant, but ER phase, you can see it has been what? Increased as I increase the load condition. Why? ER is equal to IA into ZS. If I increase the load, obviously IA will increase, ER will also increase. Okay. Here I get constant excitation circle for effect of constant excitation variable load condition, and in variable excitation constant load condition, I get what? IA cos phi line constant, yes or not? IA cos phi as well as V phase as constant line we get. Here it is a circle, there it is just a line, yes or not? You can see here, this is what we get, IA cos phi line for variable excitation constant load condition. Okay, throughout these four figures, all deltas are having the same value, but EB phase, ER, IA, phi will all change. Okay. Now let's study about V curves as well as inverted V curves. So before getting into the V as well as inverted V curves, first we shall see the this graph here. This is the same graph of your earlier one, that is IA cos phi line is constant for variable excitations. You can see the bottom line from the V phase down, you can see it is a lagging power factor condition. Again from the top is what? It's a leading over excitation conditions. You can see when I de-excite, so what happens when I de-excite more and more, IA will get increase, yes or not? IA will get increase. If I reduce the if I increase the excitation from lagging load, what happens? You can see that IA value gets reduces from this case to this case to this case, yes or not? So what I can say here is, if I de-excite more and more, what happens? The IA value will get increased when compared to all of them. You can see this IA1 value is getting what? Increased, yes or not? Why? Because the power factor is less. Again the power factor angle is high. Okay. Again when I stop de-exciting, means now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to again excite slowly. When I'm going to excite slowly, you can see the value of IA1 will get decrease, yes or not? The IA value of IA2, you can see when compared to IA1, IA2 length is less, the magnitude of IA2 is less. And again furthermore I will excite IA3. Again what happens? Again it will get what? Be less. So from this point to this point, it is all what? Lagging power factor condition. Okay, lagging power factor condition. Again coming to this line, you can see cos phi is equal to 1. So this is the condition what? IA will be minimum. IA, that is armature current drawn by the motor, will be what? Minimum, because phi will be exactly equal to 0 and cos 0 is equal to 1. Again further if I over excite, you can see that when I over excite, IA value will get increased, yes or not? You can see this is the IA4 value when compared to IA minimum, IA4 value is increased. So again furthermore increasing the excitation, IA5 value is greater than IA4. Again furthermore increasing, IA6 value is greater than IA5 as well as IA4. So this happens in the over excitation or leading power factor, but this line remains always constant, that is IA cos phi constant line. What is that exactly? This is the adjacent length. Okay, this length, this length. For any triangles you can see, either this triangle or this triangle, this is always constant, but it has changed with respect to hypotenuse as well as the opposite side, but adjacent will always remain constant, either for this, either for this. This will act like a reference for all of the various excitation conditions. Okay, so this is what we have with the different excitation conditions. So you can see current decreases as I increase the excitation from lagging to minimum. Again current will become minimum. Again if I again further excite, again what happens, current will again increase. So current will decrease from maximum to minimum, again from minimum to maximum. Okay, this is what we have with this figure. Now coming to the V curve as well as inverted V curve. So how we get the V curves? It is what, by plotting armature current versus field current, that is excitation. Okay, from this point you can see when I decrease the excitation, what is happening? The current is getting increased, yes or not? From this point, if I say the field current is decreased, if the field current is decreased, then what happens? The current drawn by the motor will increase. This is all happening in the under excitation condition as well as lagging condition. See here. So from unity power factor, you can see this, whatever dotted line it is shown here, it is a unity power factor line. From unity power factor line, if I go on the left side, that is IF is getting decreased, yes or not? IF is getting decreased from unity power factor line. So what is happening? Your motor runs at the lagging power factor. So it will be a under excitation condition, yes or not? If IF decreases from the unity power factor means it will be a lagging power factor condition, but IA will get increase, yes or not, as I decrease the excitation. And this is for the other load conditions and all. Don't bother about the remaining, just worry about the only one V curve. The remaining are the same depending upon the load conditions and all. Okay, now this is all for what, constant load. Okay, it may be any type of load, whether it is a full load, whether it's half load or any light load. It is a V curves we get for different load, we get different V curves. Okay, but the pattern will be all same. Now coming from left to right, you can see again if I move from unity power factor to the right side, what happens? You can see field current I am going to increase here. If the field current I am going to increase, then again what happens? You can see again IA will increase. Yes, IA will again increase, but this condition will be over excitation. Again this will be what? Leading condition. Okay, this will be for leading condition. So either you over excite or under excite, IA will be always what? Increasing from UPF to max, depending upon the ratings given on the nameplate of the synchronous motor. You have to operate in that limits itself. Okay, so over excitation also increases, under excitation also increases. So only when current will be minimum, when you have UPF condition, current will be minimum. Okay, depending upon the power factor requirement, I can over excite or under excite. Okay, now coming to the inverted V. Okay, this is the V structure, so it is called as V curves, and you can see this is the inverted V. If I invert the V letter alphabet, I would be getting somewhat like this. And how we get this? By plotting power factor versus the field current. If I plot, then what happens? You can see, and this is the unity power factor line, this dotted line. Again, this is the boundary or line which separates lagging as well as leading. You can see that from this particular part, if I reduce the field current, obviously if reduce the field current means it will be a de-excitation, yes or under excitation. If I reduce the field current, you can see if I reduce the field current, what happens? The power factor angle will increase and the power factor will reduce. Yes, I told you before, right? If I reduce the field current, what happens? Power factor angle will increase, yes or not? Power factor angle increase, but the power factor here, whatever it is, not power factor angle, it is a power factor, that cos phi will what? Cos phi will decrease right from UPF to minimum, yes or not? Again similarly it happens from the right part also, that is when I increase the field current from UPF line, again you can see the power factor angle phi will increase, but cos phi will again decrease. Even for the leading also power factor will decrease, even for lagging also power factor will decrease. Power factor will be UPF only at this particular condition, the line which separates lagging and leading, right? That particular point, what happens? The power factor is, or you can say the peak point, you can say peak of the inverted V curve will give you what? UPF value. Okay, so this is how we can get the inverted V curve. Okay, now let's see the experimental setup to obtain V curves as well as inverted V curves. You can see that RYB is the supply given to the stator winding which is star connected, and the voltage VL is measured between any two lines. You can convert in terms of phase. How? V phase equal to VL by root 3. What about IL? IL is equal to I phase in the star connection. And these are the 2 wattmeters. By using 2 wattmeters method, we are going to calculate the you can find the V curves as well as inverted V curves. Preferably these wattmeters are UPF, and you can see that here there is a field winding. which is connected in series with the what field current IF.